Hello, everybody. This is John Browning with Guardian Rock Wealth, and I get the question, and I'm getting the question today in particular about how we should react to geopolitical events in our investing. Of course, this is never about investing advice for you individually. This is strictly information and opinion we hope you can use to build your best life using the tool that we call money. But let's just address what's going on in Israel today and what's going on in Lebanon, Gaza Strip, and the horrible devastation that is being wrought. Our hearts, our minds, our prayers go out to those individuals. How does that or should that impact your investing strategy? How should you react in your 401k or anywhere else? And once again, I want to stress that these ideas about knee jerk reactions and making major changes to your investing just because of headlines and news events here in the United States or around the world, and this includes the election, is not generally a good idea. In general, when you look at the charts and you look at what actually happens when these world events happen or when elections happen, even here in the United States or around the world, there is some short term activity and volatility that does not tend to last. No matter who is in charge in terms of the presidency or what political party, whether you like them or you don't like them, is in power, the stock market and the equity market, especially here in the United States, adapts. Here in the United States, we're in one of the greatest countries in the world, and it allows for this idea of being able to adapt. And our companies, those that you want to be invested in, are innovative. They treat their shareholders right. They are adapting to whatever laws and changes and political parties are in power. So there is, in my opinion, and certainly not investment advice for you right now, no reason to make knee-jerk reactions. If you look at what has happened of late, even back to when the Ukrainian war started, when Putin invaded Ukraine, normally you would expect oil prices to spike. Matter of fact, I expected oil prices to spike. Really, that didn't happen. Now that things are heating up in the Middle East, you would expect oil prices to spike. They haven't. Why is that? Well, because number one, the United States is pumping more oil than they ever have in history. We are now the number one oil producing nation in the world. Not only that, but we have more and more alternative energy coming online. That doesn't mean that oil's going away. It doesn't mean that anything like that. So, what else happens when the Middle East gets invaded or when a war happens somewhere else around the world or a conflict? Well, when Ukraine was invaded, we didn't see oil prices spike, but we did begin to see, although not right away, we began to see gold prices going up. However, it's again not a one-to-one relationship because just this past evening, as Israel once again sent massive troops, missiles, and everything else into Lebanon, we did not see oil spike, but we also saw gold prices actually go down. So whether or not that relationship actually exists is still to be determined. But what does tend to happen is that US companies in particular, now not always US companies, but in particular US companies tend to adapt, especially those that have been relatively innovative in the past and they're still run by the same management companies. They tend to do well no matter what the economic environment is. So if I can leave you with one thing today, it would be this: don't make knee-jerk reactions. Continue to dollar cost average on a consistent basis into your portfolios, and over time you will be a successful investor. You will start to build that tool that we call money. Remember, that's all that money is. It's a tool to serve you and to build your best life. And if you would like personal investment advice, reach out to us at guardianrockwealth.com. There's a contact us section there, or text the word life to 321 421 5213. Be sure and watch some of our other YouTube videos. We try and give some really practical and true to life uh, information that, again, you can take and apply potentially to your personal situation. But we'd love to chat with you. Again, this is John Browning with Guardian Rock Wealth. I hope it helps. We'll talk to you soon.